in honor of Bernice Gliege, who is the former principal at Berkley School. And Bernice, you are amongst a number of very, very talented administrators and principals who've followed your lead. So I just want to read a few things about Bernice so that everybody will know what kind of contribution she's made in this district. And we'll start with a little background. She received her bachelor's in chemistry and as a math minor at Chicago Teachers College. She also earned a double master's at National Louis in math education and administration. Bernice undertook additional graduate work in education and chemistry. However, she found her love for helping people was greater than her love for chemistry. So she shifted, everybody might understand that here. So she shifted from her doctoral studies to pursue helping others. She taught math at Lane Tech in Chicago and also at Thomas Junior High. There she brought the school's programs to the state level and in group and individual math competitions. Within 2 years, she was promoted to department chair in 1965. In 1965, she became math consultant for the district, and in 1972, she became the first full-time principal at Berkley when it was separated from Rand School. Some of you historians in the district might remember all of this. Berkley had 325 students, including pre-K for physically handicapped students. She was a pioneer for many women in the district, with Mary Stitt, then just starting as principal at Olive. They were a very influential team. Even in retirement, Bernice Gliege started the district's retirement group to help others connect and learn from each other. She has had her school focus on character building way before character counts, and started with this philosophy: a child must learn to live with himself or herself, then they can live with the world. It would be very fitting that Bernice, as an advocate for the disabled, as a pioneer for women in education, and as a proponent for reaching new heights with a love for helping others through the world of education, that she have a day, a special day for Bernice Gliege Day. And in addition to that, Bernice, there has been something special named for you. It's the Angel Fund, and it will forever now be known as the Bernice Gliege Angel Fund for students who have special needs in this district. And some friends and anonymous donors and those who care about you and the Angel Fund have donated monies for that fund. And all around the room today are items that, if purchased, will go to that fund, so that we hope that over time the community will see that this is a wonderful thing in honor of a wonderful educator, and that they will help this fund grow. So in honor of this, we have a plaque for you that you can take home with you, but we will also have the same plaque here in the district. And it says, honoring Bernice Gliege for dedicated leadership in public education and continuing service to the children of this community. The Bernice Gliege Angel Fund is created to serve children in need in Arlington Heights School District 25, and named for this outstanding educator, math coordinator, and retired principal of Berkley School. Presented by the Arlington Heights School District 25, and signed by the board president, David Page, and me. So congratulations.
Hello, Bernice, and hello, all of you and her family. I'm Mary Beth Anderson. I'm currently a co-principal at Greenbrier, and I had the privilege of being both a teacher and an administrator under Bernice's guidance. I began when Bernice was a math coordinator in our district, and as new teachers, we clung to our math coordinators. I thank you for that. But the real legacy I want to present to all of you, because I do believe walks back in time are important to do occasionally, and that has to do with the beauty of Berkeley. Some of you might not know where it is today. We've had so much change. Berkeley is the school directly behind Fuda Buckeye, which was Rand, and it was a very special community. It was Arlington Heights' first open ed building, and it had many little small classroom cubby holes right off of it. And I had the privilege of teaching there 3 years right after you had retired, unfortunately, Bernice. But what Berkeley created under Bernice's leadership and guidance was a way to mainstream 94-142 having come into effect as the handicapped Fed legislation. And she had the foresight ahead of time to create opportunities for children to be well mainstreamed with regular ed classes. Those little individual rooms were OT, PT services, speech services, lots of fine motor, gross motor work. And I thank you for that vision, because having the privilege to come into that building in the mid-70s was such an honor, as we had 95 students who were first graders, teams of 5, and we had about 10% to 15% of our population was MS and CF children who could participate as first graders and also get their services. We thank you for that wonderful legacy of work, and to know that District 25 continues providing least restrictive, inviting atmospheres and environments for all of our children. Thank you very much, Bernice.
I'm Shirley Drasba, and I'm Bernice's daughter. And I just want to give you the other side of being raised by an educator. Over our breakfasts, we would get math drills, and we would get we would get problem-solving skills to do. And so we'd be sitting down to our Cheerios, and we would say, "Okay, you've got 2 oranges and an apple," and we would be getting these at us. So I learned one way or another to be good at math and to learn about math. And there's kind of a funny story behind this. When I actually went for an interview, I interviewed with Hewlett Packard, and one of their interviewers did problem stories or story problems. And they would fire story problems to you, and I would be correcting him in the story problems and saying, "No, it's this way, and if you ask it this way," and they said, "We're just going to skip this part." But my mom had 3 daughters, and I was the youngest. And when we were growing up, she said that we could either be lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. And both my sisters are doctors, and I'm an engineer. So that works for you, those of you who are still raising children. But she's always been an educator at heart. She's always been a proponent of women in education. She's always been a very good leader, both at home, in nurturing us, in growing up, as well as in the marketplace. So it's so much of a privilege to be here with you educators who put your life into really nurturing people and really changing humanity for the generations to come, not only in your family, but also in this district with education. So it's a privilege to be part of you, and it's a privilege to be part of the Special Angel Fund. Thank you for your time today.
This is going to be the party favor, along with the angel cookies that you have at each place. And in this picture, Bernice, is the picture of a tiny tree just growing. And it's with that sunlight and the nurturing and caring that all educators do for children that this is symbolizing the work you've done. And the poem says, "Where there is beauty apparent, we are to enjoy it. Where there is beauty hidden, we are to unveil it. Where there is beauty defaced, we are to restore it. And where there is no beauty at all, we are to create it." Thank you for creating the beauty you have. We appreciate it, and we're going to help celebrate this Angel Fund for years to come in your name.